slip through.
He stole a refrigerated milk van, but how did he evade massive roadblocks?
The escaped prisoner's new look. He shaved off his beard. And backlash.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis' apology. How their plea to the judge to show mercy for convicted rapist Danny Masterson is causing an uproar.
We're sorry.
Plus, world exclusive. A UFO call to 911 that made international headlines.
Not human. They're 100% not human.
Now, for the first time, the family that reported aliens in their backyard tell their story.
Draw what you recall.
What really happened that night. And another big exclusive. 10 arrests, 10 mugshots.
I'm known as the Queen of Chaos.
Shoplifting, stalking.
You robbed a state trooper?
The one-woman crime wave comes to Inside Edition. Is her life of crime over? Then, go, Coco. At the U.S. Open, when she was 8. 11 years later, triumph. And what you didn't see on TV. The woman she defeated. Her locker room meltdown. And
a day to remember forever.
now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Day 12 of the search for that convicted killer who escaped from a Pennsylvania prison. And while officials don't know where he is, they do know that he slipped out of that perimeter that cops thought they'd secured. And he's changed his appearance. Today, there are a lot of questions. Chief among them, how did he slip through?
How could it happen? Escaped murderer Danilo Cavalcante slipped through the police dragnet and vanished, despite roadblocks and an intense manhunt. It's believed he used a network of underground tunnels and drainage ditches to evade cops. Then on Saturday night, Cavalcante came here to this sprawling family-owned dairy farm called Bailey's. Incredibly, it's just 2 miles away from the Chester County prison from where he escaped. Once he got here, he found a refrigerated Ford van, and the keys had been left inside. Then he just drove off. The dairy farm is just outside the police perimeter, which is apparently how he was able to evade the roadblocks. Now cops are facing some awkward questions.
Do you believe any mistakes were made that allowed him to get out of that perimeter?
I don't know that I would characterize it as a mistake. As I said, again, without knowing specifically what happened, what I would tell you is that I had concerns. I knew that there were weaknesses in that perimeter.
He drove 24 miles on one of 3 possible routes to East Pikeland, to the homes of 2 former co-workers.
Probably the escapee was at his home. Hispanic male, 30s, 5'2", average build. Green hoodie, gray pants.
He was captured on a Ring camera. He has changed his appearance and is now clean-shaven. He also has fresh clothes, a lime green hoodie, and baseball cap.
He was trying to make contact and he was trying to solicit help.
The stolen van was found abandoned in a field after he ran out of gas. Franco Rosa is a former roommate of Cavalcante's.
Super anxious, super nervous. You know, I want this to be done as soon as possible. I want him to be in jail as soon as possible.
He showed me this video of Cavalcante moving out the day before he murdered his girlfriend. Did you ever know this guy was capable of not only murder, but surviving out in the wild like this?
No idea. Like, I had no idea he was able to do all of this.
He revealed that the crab walk Cavalcante used to escape is similar to the way that kids climb trees in Brazil, where he's from.
Police say Cavalcante's sister has been arrested. They say she declined to assist with the search and was detained for overstaying her visa. She now faces possible deportation. More backlash today for Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis after their video explaining why they wrote letters of support for convicted rapist Danny Masterson. The actors were criticized for calling their former co-star a role model, among other things. And the consensus is that that video didn't help.
We are aware of the pain.
Fierce backlash today for Ashton Kutcher and wife Mila Kunis as they apologize for the character letter calling that 70s show star Danny Masterson an outstanding role model and exceptional older brother figure with a caring nature.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years.
so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read, and we're sorry.
One of the women Masterson was sentenced last week of raping, known only as Jane Doe number 1, is slamming their apology. This video was incredibly insulting and hurtful. Chrissy Bixler, another Masterson accuser, blasted Kutcher. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor, referring to Masterson. But others today say they deserve some slack.
Yeah, there's no way that they were denying what had happened to the victim.
No. Now citizen sleuths looking for insight into Kutcher's relationship with Masterson have uncovered cringeworthy lost clips of the actor discussing a then 16-year-old actress, Hilary Duff, with whom he starred in the 2003 movie Cheaper by the Dozen.
She's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18. Along with the Olsen twins.
There was also this cringeworthy interview about Kutcher's first kiss with a then underage Mila Kunis on That 70s Show.
And I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life. Then Danny goes and goes, dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her.
So Danny bets me like 20 bucks that I wouldn't do it. And of course I'm like, yeah, sure, what's the deal?
Masterson currently is at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Men's Central Jail. He awaits transfer to a California state prison. The U.S. Open tennis tournament is history with Coco Gauff, the new darling of women's tennis, thanks to her win. She's also the darling of social media, thanks to this footage that's making the round. It's Coco at age 8 at the U.S. Open with no inkling of what was to come.
Yep, it's tennis sensation Coco Gauff at age 8. In her victory speech, Coco spoke about sitting in the stands 11 years ago.
My dad took me to this tournament, sitting right there watching Venus and Serena compete.
There she is, singing along to the hit Call Me Maybe.
That's her father, Corey. And mother, Candy. They're having a group hug, and all of them are crying.
Coco put her dad on the spot.
Today was the first time I've ever seen my dad cry. He doesn't want me to tell you all that.
The stars were out in force for the match. There's Charlize Theron. Nicole Kidman was there too. After the loss, Coco's opponent, Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus, destroyed her tennis racket, smashing it on the floor of an empty locker room, then strode to a trash can and threw the racket away. Novak Djokovic took the men's title. That match was also jam-packed with celebrities. Jerry Seinfeld, Leonardo DiCaprio, Justin Timberlake, supermodel Emily Ratajkowski, and Lea Michele. Matthew McConaughey was sitting in Djokovic's box and was one of the first to congratulate him.
Coco Gauff received a $3 million winner's check. It's estimated this year she will earn $10 million in endorsements. Polls show that 65% of Americans believe in UFOs, which may be why this footage struck a nerve. That's a fireball over Las Vegas that preceded the terrifying visitors this family says they saw. 2 9-foot-tall aliens staring at them from their backyard. Now, the family hasn't spoken about this until now. They told our Jim Murray about what they saw in this world exclusive.
A mysterious fireball lights up the Las Vegas night sky, and it's all caught on a cop's body cam. Moments later, 16-year-old Angel Kenmore frantically calls 911, telling the operator that something from out of this world was in his backyard.
It has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. 9 feet, 10 foot. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes, they have big eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
In this world exclusive, Angel and his family are telling only Inside Edition what happened that night.
You're outside, you're working on a truck.
Yep.
And then you see a light, and then you hear a noise.
Yep.
So I mean, you start looking off in the distance?
Yeah, from here, like I just saw, the light falling right here.
Angel says he saw 2 creatures and was paralyzed with fear. When cops arrived, they didn't know what to make of this bizarre situation and approached the house with caution.
I have butterflies, bro. And these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
Angel told them the same story he's now telling Inside Edition.
Did you see it?
Yeah, me and him saw it.
Dad Bobby, Mom Concha, and brother Joshua backed up Angel's claims, saying they saw the same creatures.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Cops took the call seriously and left these parting words with Angel and his family.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself.
They began canvassing the neighborhood.
This might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
As the story gathered worldwide attention,
check out what was spotted over the skies of Las Vegas.
Nothing was heard from the Kenmore family until now.
Do you believe that these creatures were human?
They was not human.
What color were they?
Like green, gray.
We asked them to draw what they saw.
To the best of your ability, draw what you recall. Don't look at each other, just focus on your own pad and try from your memory to draw a picture of the creature that you saw. This is what you drew, and describe this. What is this? And what are these?
These are, they look like ears, but they have they look like antenna, like light.
And large eyes?
Large eyes, a lot of teeth.
No nose?
No nose, no.
Describe this if you can.
You know, this is what I saw. The light was beside him.
Yeah.
I've tried to make the skin color, the skin tone it had. One of the legs, they look bent.
4 months since that mysterious night, the Kenmores say they are still haunted by whatever was lurking in their backyard.
And tomorrow we'll have more of our world exclusive, including how people are now flocking to the family's home in hopes of their own ET sighting. And it's not just aliens making news in Vegas. Those are some very unhappy people who packed together waiting for an Ed Sheeran concert in incredibly hot weather. Then, at the last minute, the show was canceled.
Ed Sheeran had fans complaining they were left out in the cold, or in this case, the heat, after the pop sensation canceled a Las Vegas performance only an hour before showtime. There was zero reason to force fans to sit outside in 102 degrees with no water, little shade, and zero communication, goes one disgruntled fan. Sheeran is apologizing, blaming the cancellation on last-minute safety concerns because his set had not been fully loaded onto the stage. He even took selfies with fans already inside the arena. He did, however, find time to make a surprise appearance at a wedding at the Little White Chapel, where he serenaded the newlyweds.
This is magical. This is magical.
In other wedding news,
I, Robin,
take you, Amber.
Take you, sweet Amber.
Good Morning America anchor Robin Roberts said I do to her longtime partner Amber Lane in a star-studded ceremony at their home in Connecticut.
Robin, I take you this day.
Roberts and Lane exchanged vows in an intimate backyard gathering, followed by an epic reception in which guests danced the night away in celebration of the couple's nearly 20-year love story. Congratulations, Robin and Amber.
We wish them the best. 22 years ago, our world changed. The terror attack of 9/11 left more than 3,000 people dead. It led to America's 20-year-long military action in Afghanistan. And today, as we do every year, America stopped to pay tribute. Here's Ann Macagliano.
22 years later, the pain is still very real.
You are remembered, missed, and loved so very much every day.
Families of the 9/11 victims gathered as always at Ground Zero, paying quiet tribute to their loved ones, placing flowers in the memorial, hugging each other and holding hands as the names of those we lost that day rang out.
Our Aunt Lucy Ann Fishman.
If we hear their names, they are never forgotten.
It was a solemn mood here at Ground Zero as political adversaries set aside their differences for the day to pay their respects. Vice President Kamala Harris represented President Biden, while nearby stood Rudy Giuliani, who was mayor of New York on 9/11. Also there, Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis and his wife Casey. President Biden is taking heat today from the right-wing media for missing the ceremonies. He's returning from a 5-day trip to India and Vietnam and marked the day at a stopover in Alaska.
Never forget. Never forget. We never forget.
There was a moving 9/11 tribute at the New York Giants home opener last night.
Please join us in a moment of silence. We will never forget.
A huge Stars and Stripes covered the field, and Queen Latifah sang a rousing rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner as fireworks lit up the sky.
And the tribute in light, which honors those killed on September 11th, will be lit at sundown tonight. It will remain on until dawn.
Next, big exclusive. 10 arrests, 10 mugshots.
I'm known as the Queen of Chaos.
Shoplifting, stalking.
Taser.
You robbed a state trooper? The one-woman crime wave comes to Inside Edition. Is her life of crime over? And how Sputnik the dog escaped from her crate in the plane's cargo hold. Look what happened when they opened the door. She's ready for the red carpet. Inside Edition with Deborah Norville will be right back. World exclusive. The woman they're calling Poolside Karen breaks her silence. Next, Inside Edition. She earned infamy for having a meltdown at a poolside party. Now, for the first time, she gives her side of the story. Watch the next Inside Edition.
She was dubbed the Queen of Chaos. She's got 10 mugshots. Now, in an exclusive interview with Les Trent, she says she has turned her life around.
I'm known as the Queen of Chaos.
Maybe you recognize her from this mugshot, or this mugshot, or this, or any of the 10 mugshots she's had taken. Rihanna Bell Brock may be just 23, but she has earned the notorious title Queen of Chaos due to her numerous run-ins with the law. Let us count the charges: shoplifting, stalking, contempt of court, criminal mischief. There are others.
This one is I robbed a state trooper. I stole his hat and his taser.
You robbed a state trooper?
Yeah.
What did you do? What'd you steal?
I stole his hat and his taser.
Most people would be embarrassed by all those mugshots. But Brock, who lives in Kentucky, is smiling and looks camera ready in just about all of them.
What is the deal with you smiling during a mugshot? You know, there are parents sitting out there right now saying that you're making a mockery of law and order and that, you know, this is really not cute.
I feel like my first mugshot that I took, I was just a kid and I just kept doing it. And some of the guards were cool about it. Some of them would just give me that look like, girl, stop.
It's like going down memory lane.
I threatened a girl. It was my ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend at the time.
Brock is even being compared to the mugshot in the smash hit Barbie movie. She blames drugs for lots of her arrests. This one, for instance.
I stole a firearm out of somebody's car.
You stole a firearm out of somebody's car?
Yes.
For what purpose?
Just no reason at all. I was just completely out of my mind that night.
But Brock tells me she's changed her ways.
Is your life of crime over?
Yes, it definitely has to be. I haven't gotten in trouble in a while. I literally fought my way to go down the right path and turn my life around. It was hard.
Do you think you're on the right path now?
Yes.
Let's hope so.
And when we come back, why this dog should be named Houdini.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
This dog escaped on a plane, and when the cargo door opened, she looked red carpet ready.
This pooch named Sputnik is ready for her close-up. She's smiling as if waiting for the photographers. It began when Sputnik's owner flew from Seattle to Miami. 4-year-old Sputnik was put in a crate in the cargo hold.
Were you nervous about putting Sputnik in the baggage hold?
I was a little bit because she is known to be an escape artist.
Sputnik was given a doggy sedative to keep her calm for the 6-hour flight. The crate was also tightly secured. Sputnik had other plans. She chewed through zip ties that locked the crate.
She's just very clever, very smart.
Sputnik apparently roamed the cargo hold for all those hours. The baggage handlers couldn't believe what they saw.
They said they opened the door and she's just standing there like she's waiting for the red carpet.
Escape artist indeed. When we come back, the ultimate girl dad. Ballet class with dad next.
Travel consideration provided by... Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Finally, what a good sport.
What are these little girls up to? Twist that pail, turn that broom. They're treating their dad like a music box ballerina.
So cute. Thanks for watching.